Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Schwann Super Rink for CTN's live coverage of girls high school hockey. Tonight, it's the Totino-Grace Eagles hosting the Champlin Park Coon Rapids Bluebirds. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action, and Howie, two teams that are really looking to find some positive momentum.
Yeah, you know, just one win on the season for both these teams, and again, they felt that they were in games that they could have won and they could have had a couple additional victories. But you're right, somebody's going to come out here the victor tonight and really kind of jumpstart their season a little bit.
And don't forget, the Bluebirds open their schedule with a couple of top 10 teams in their opening week and a half, and now settling into the majority of their schedule, want to get things turned around and start piling up some wins if they can.
Yeah, they're coming off a tie with 2-2 tie to Spring Lake Park and one that they outshot them 39-16. And a contest they really felt they should have won, and that's a little disappointment for them. Similar situation tonight, and I think that this is two teams that are somewhat similar, but I think that the Bluebirds really have the depth and maybe have the speed in this contest.
Well, the Totino-Grace bench isn't going to go very deep, only going to play about 12 girls, so it will be interesting to see what they're able to put forward.
And one of those players that the Bluebirds are looking to for some scoring is Annabeth Kahlo. She's a junior. She's got a couple of goals and a couple of assists on the season. Coach Coltis told me that Anna's playing really well right now, and again, they've got a number of contributors. She's one of those young ladies on this squad that contributes offensively.
And on the flip side, the Eagles, like we talk about, not a very deep bench, and they are hobbled with an illness and a couple of minor injuries.
Lila Linders leads their defense, and Coach Wall told me that Lila really is the strength on that defense, and she runs it, and they're looking to make sure they play solid defense here tonight.
Well, we will take a short break and be back with Puck Drop right after this. You're watching CTN's live coverage of girls high school hockey.
The award-winning community programming by CTN Coon Rapids is funded exclusively by cable subscribers. Without those subscribers, we would not exist. So no more coverage of local news, stories, events, and sports in our community. So thank you for subscribing to cable TV and for supporting CTN.
Get all your Cardinal sports action with Joe and I live every Monday at 7:30. If Coon Rapids plays it, Sports Night covers it. Sports Night on local cable CTN.
Coach Jim Coltis behind the bench for the Bluebirds. Looking at this one as hopefully a tide turner, one that they can get a win. Yep. Start to build some momentum with.
Well, I had a chance to talk to him today, and this morning, and he said this is a game that they know that they should win and they hope to win.
Haley Williams, Annabeth Kahlo, and Delaney Johnson up front for the Bluebirds. Hannah Lisney and Abby Peterson on the blue line to start, and Bailey Shuck has been most likely their most consistent player so far this season.
Yeah, I believe so.
Really kept them in a couple of games early on when they just couldn't get the offense rolling. There's a look at the other side. Ella Ebensteiner, Hannah Gray, and Rachel Zastapel on the front line. Kylie Wallen and Lila Linders are the defenders, and Jordan Vowles is the constant in net.
Yeah, there's only one goaltender for this squad, so she gets a lot of work, and certainly they rely on her to be strong between the pipes. There's head coach Jeff Wall, his second year as head coach for the Eagles. We'll get a chance to talk to him for a little bit after the first period, Joe. See what he has to say at his first period action for his squad.
Kind of a strange journey for both of these clubs. We talked about, of course, Coon Rapids, Champlin Park, a co-op team, the second year of that co-op. On the flip side, Totino-Grace, a team without a home these last couple of years. They bounced from rink to rink. This year, they're playing here at the Schwann Super Rink. Ironically enough, the Coon Rapids Arena here at the Schwann Super Rink. And this one is underway. The battle at center ice for opening possession. Coming away with it is Linders, and she dumps it in deep to the Bluebirds' end. Lisney around behind, tried to leave it for Peterson. She tied up the forechecker. It's scooped up by Delaney Johnson, who circles in the corner. She plays it around behind. Lisney looks up ice, cross for Williams, Baker just out of her reach, and down for icing. Good thought. Just a titch too far.
Some of the things that Coach Wall talked to me about, things they need to do. They want to get off to a really quick start here tonight. They want to put pressure on the Bluebirds. They want to keep the game close in general and just really play well on their own end and put some kind of pressure on the Bluebirds here. But
Williams plays this across. Biscallo gets their challenges, gets the steal, dumps it in deep. Behind her own net goes Grace Hill, trailed by Williams. Hung up by Delaney Johnson. Williams has it for the Bluebirds, plays it back in deep. Biscallo, first one there in the corner. She'll come up the midboards, cycle a little bit with Delaney Johnson, trying to center, poked at. Puck bounces around, finally Val not able to cover it. Comes loose for Blaska. Blaska plays it off the board and out, off the official. Abby Peterson just into her own zone to get it turned around. Backhands the pass into the middle. Delaney Johnson walks in, looking for room to shoot. Will take it, and it will be held on to by Vowell.
Johnson trying to create a little space for himself, find that little bit of an angle, but right into the midsection of Vowell.
Face off in the Totino end. The Eagles win it. Else gets it out to center, but the Bluebirds fire it right back in. Linders off the board, out to center. Stopped up, turned around there by Emily Peterson and played back in deep. Wallet takes a look. Her pass just a little behind Davis, but she's able to corral it and get it ahead, and it skipped away from Carlson before it's turned around and carried in by Peterson. A little shot on goal and stick to glove by Vowels will bring us another faceoff.
Yeah, Bluebirds looking for that rebound. Vowels doing a nice job of just making sure she hung on to the puck. Forced that face-off to her left.
Peterson pokes this one in deep. And the Eagles able to get it back, fly to center. Dumped in deep by Laney. Curling in the corner is Ebensteiner. She's held to the boards by Lisney. A couple other players come in to join the scrum. Poked at, pushed at. Now Johnson being pinned there by Hannah Gray. Puck comes free behind the net. Peterson, first one there for the Bluebirds. Fires it up the boards. Lure not able to control it, but it comes out to center before being turned around momentarily. And now Lure can dump it into the Eagles' end. Hill plays it around and out. Lisney circles at center. Lisney will take it, step in, wind, fire, went off the stick and wide of Grace Hill. That clearing attempt doesn't make it out. Biscallo centering. Delaney Johnson knocked down, and the puck slides in on Vowels where she can cover.
Bluebird trying to get a little pressure inside. I think both teams trying to find their offense here early on in this hockey game. 14:08 remaining in the period.
Blaska against Johnson in the faceoff. Played to the boards. Linders got spun around and taken down. No call. Gets up, recovers the puck, takes it away from Delaney Johnson. Now challenged in the corner. Spins away again. Good stick move to get around Williams. And she'll skate it to center. Linders stopping up. And now playing it in deep. Emily Peterson behind her own net. Shies away from McDonald in the far corner. Tied up momentarily by Blaska behind. Coming away with it is McClellan. McClellan off the boards, trying to get it to Williams. Too much on it, and that will be icing. 13:31 to play here in the first period, and really no action at either end. No great scoring chances for the Bluebirds, but they have at least put the puck on the Eagles netminder. Bailey Shuck's been pretty lonely so far.
She really has, and a couple of shots on goal for the Bluebirds. And Shuck's really done a nice job, as you mentioned earlier, in this season. Gave up 7 goals against Andover, but only have allowed 2 in every game, a maximum of 2.
Glove saved by Vowles, but the rebound came loose. The second chance is smothered by the Eagles goaltender. And that was maybe the best scoring chance yet.
I think so, too. Vowles did a nice job of sliding to her right. You're going to see the rebound come off, and she's going to slide to her right and make sure she made that save.
Freshman Jaden Hers started the rush. Got a good shot off. The glove save was made. I think Vowles thought she had it in the trapper, but it popped right out. And therefore, it was Tyson. But the goalie made another save. Bluebirds definitely making it difficult for the Eagles to find center ice. They're offside as Lisney is forced to go wide at the blue line. But just getting the puck in deep and really just not allowing Totino-Grace to come out easily.
Oh, that's their game plan. They want to keep pressure in on the Eagle end.
Lisney flips it to the blue line. A couple of sticks collide. Glove down by Shack. She's taken off the puck by a couple of Eagles players. Turning it up. Was Linders, but then turned right back in by the Bluebirds. Wallet plays it up the board for Gray. Cross ice out of the reach of Linders. Recovered by Emily Peterson just into her own zone. Abby Peterson now. She'll take it and skate it into the zone. Takes it deep around behind the net, circling the wagons. Trying to cut in, lost the handles. Linders right there to recover for the Eagles. Plays it off the glass at center ice. All the way down. Icing waved off as Williams was in the vicinity. Scoops it around to the near corner, but Blaska first one there for Totino-Grace. Gets it back behind the net. McDonald looking to the point. In the skates of Hill, she's tied up there with Biscallo poking at it. Kept in at the blue line by McDonald. And now played it out and down by Holly Johnson. Laney reverses. Again, good pressure from the Bluebirds. Shot from the point, handled by Vowles. Rebound to the corner where it's scooped up by Biscallo. Leaves it off for McClellan. Centering attempt eventually got through to Williams as Delaney Johnson took a bump in the corner. McClellan trying to play it down the boards. Williams tied up, finally sticks it behind the net. Hill, troubled there by Biscallo, able to get it ahead. And McDonald skates to center into the zone, kicked by Emily Peterson, the save by Shuck. She had to drop down to cover it up as she had one hit her glove that she thought she had momentarily.
Yeah, fortunately, because there was an Eagle player right there to try and poke it home, but she did a good job of covering it up. Just going to pull that in, force that face off to her left. Really, the Bluebirds have done a nice job of controlling it. The Eagles needed that puck out of their end.
Good face-off win by Tyson. Lisney plays it around. Baker can't get it past Linders at the blue line. And now eventually gets it and pokes it out to center. Biscallo taken into the boards by Wallen. And now Linders ties up with Williams in the corner. Excuse me, that's her. Tyson back to the point. Lisney walks in. Wrist shot, pad save by Vowles. Tyson backhands trying to get it out to the point. Lisney able to keep it in against a charging Eagles player and then steps up to gain control and carry behind. Lisney centering off the goalie's stick. A shot for Tyson. Hits somebody. A second chance. Goes off a body out front. Out to the point. That shot is blocked. Here's Williams. Or Baker, rather, missing wide. Her with it. Trying to keep it deep. Getting it is Davis for Totino-Grace. Pressure continues for Champlin Park Coon Rapids. Linders just trying to get it out. Good step up at the point by Elena Hedlund. She played it in on goal, and it was one that Vowels could cover up.
Nice flurry by the Bluebirds, just applying a pressure. Vowels doing a good job of just staying with it, but a lot of action out in front of the net. A lot of opportunities for the Bluebirds before Vowels covers up the puck.
Puck battle in the corner, kicked at by Bizcalo. Williams in to help. She's tied up, and it's fired around by Zastapol. Kept in far side by Emily Peterson. Zastapol behind, trying to avoid the stick check from Haley Williams. Williams then gets to Gray and knocks it away. Skating back behind is Kira Laney. Plays it off the boards. Delaney Johnson, first one there. Sends it back behind where it's recovered by Hill. Hill trying to find a lane out of the zone. Just flips it to the neutral ice on the backhand, and it's played right back in by Emily Peterson.
Yeah, Bluebirds doing just really a nice job of keeping it in the
centering
zone.
Pass, nobody there in a blue jersey. It's going to come all the way back to the Bluebirds and Peterson. Circling away from Hannah Gray, moves it across to Abby Peterson. That pass didn't quite click, turned around by Wallen into the zone. That shot blocked by Emily Peterson and swept to the corner. Baldwin recovers there, circles, centers. That's deflected wide with a backhand by Gabby McDonald. Played out to the point. Linders goes to her forehand, a glove save by Schuck, and a faceoff in the Bluebirds' end.
Well, the Eagles trying to get a little pressure down in that Bluebirds' end, and again, they need it because really the Bluebirds have been controlled this first period so far. Obviously no score, but they've had the puck down in the Eagle end the majority of this first period.
Shot from the point. Blocked into the corner by Lisney. She sweeps it up the boards. Linders pinches down. Kept in by Blaska at the blue line. Behind the net is McClellan for Champlin Park Coon Rapids. She's challenged by a couple of Eagles and now sends it around to the far side. Lisney is going to send this one all the way down, and that'll be icing. 7:40 remaining first period. No score between the Eagles and the Bluebirds.
Well, I think this is playing out in Totino's favor for Coach Wall. He said, again, we want to, obviously we would love to be able to score the first goal, but just keep this game manageable, and it certainly is that. No score with 7:40 remaining in period number one.
Centering attempt goes off the side of the net. Schuck able to recover. The Eagles collapse. Puck played around near side. Mackenzie Baker trying to work her way up the boards. Linders stopping up traffic at the blue line as a couple of teammates there helping. Lisney will track it down back in the corner. Cross, McClellan ahead for Tyson. Tyson trying to get it to Baker. Baker came back for it. And now it's played in deep by Kyler Shack. Shack attacks, takes it away from Linders, but sends it right to Else. Good hold at the line by Lisney for CPCR. Trying to center, that was deflected behind. Linders chasing, she's tied up a little bit there by Lisney. Puck still loose in some feet. Lisney gets a stick on it and sends it back to the near corner. Abby Peterson collapses down and sends it right back behind. Linders playing it out under the stick of Lisney and back to the Coon Rapids Champlin Park end. Peterson taps it away from Else. Turned around by Baker. Mackenzie Baker skates through center into the zone. Wrist shot, blocker save, and pounded to the boards by Grace Hill. Played back out front, nobody home. Hannah Gray will skate with it, lost the handle. Will recover, get around Williams, and out to center. trying to get past Bezcalo, and she was held up. Puck played into the zone, and I thought hit her. I thought it should have been offside, but that was not the call. No whistle blown. Play continues behind Lena Hedlund. Moving it along for Bezcalo. Her pass into the skates of Delaney Johnson. 2-on-1 as Haley Williams, and lost the handle as she tried to get around Hill.
Yeah, good setup there. Unfortunately, they couldn't get the handle on the puck.
Hill tied up, loses control. Bezcalo still battles. McDonald comes in, takes control for Totino, sent around for Ebensteiner. Ebensteiner pinched to the boards by Hedlund. Puck lost in the skates of the four-player scrum, comes loose now as it's dug free by Laney. And now reversed right back up to Ebensteiner. Ebensteiner felt the pressure and goes back deep. This time they can't get it back to Ebensteiner. It's interrupted by Delaney Johnson. Circles in the corner and then had it stolen away. Here's Ebensteiner with it. She's poked at by Williams. Puck played out to center and now dumped in deep. And CPCR will get a line change. Delaney Johnson stays on the forecheck. Nearly had a big steal, but again slows the Eagles down and keeps it, makes it difficult for them to control the puck out of their own zone. Sophie Sinjum on the far side for CPCR. Cross ice pass out in front of everybody. Lure able to catch up with it just before the blue line. Centering pass too far in front of Sinjum. Sinjum battles for it. Had control momentarily on the far side, and now Linders will skate to center. Linders trying to go wide on Lisney. Pass was behind the intended target out front. Backhanded shot went wide for Carlson. Still hacked at, still loose. Comes free, and it skips past Ellis out at the blue line and all the way back to the Totino end.
That was the best opportunity, I think, one of the best opportunities for the Eagles all first period there. Just
I think that was no question the best opportunity. Unfortunately for them, the pass a little bit behind Andrea Carlson. But still able to play it toward the net, get the goalie to play it, and sometimes good things happen when that puck starts bouncing around in the front of the opponent's net. Peterson waits, tries to dump. It's held at the line, now jammed in by Baker. Linders goes cross ice for Else. Swept away back to the corner by Tyson. Linders draws a lot of attention there. Tyson trying to play it back to the point. Lisney, wrist shot, glove save for Vowels.
Now 3:06 remaining, and again, both teams have had a few opportunities. The Bluebirds more than the Eagles, but nobody able to find the back of the net at this point, Joe. And I think that again, we'll see what Coach Wall has to say in a few minutes about his team's play in the first period.
Ebensteiner able to force her way out to center and draw a penalty. The first power play of the game goes to Totino-Grace here. Just under 3 minutes left in the first period.
That's Lisney going in the box. So we're going to see the first power play in that game against Spring Lake Park in the 2-2 tie. Both Spring Lake Park's goals came on their power play, and both goals were knocked in by Bluebird players.
Hannah Lisney, one of their better penalty killers as well. And has to sit and hope her team can pick her up while she serves her sentence in the sin bin. Ebensteiner trying to gain control, poked away by Emily Peterson, sent back behind by Zestupel. And she'll get it back now deep in the corner. It came off her stick. Abby Peterson right there to gain control, at least momentarily. Held up along the back end by Ebensteiner. And here's Zestupel trying to center, fanned on the pass. Haley Williams coming free with it, but then getting tied up. And now gets it out to center where Delaney Johnson will take control. And now Johnson trying to skate and kill some clock. It's poked away from her. Great opportunity. Breakaway and shuts the door on Zestupel. midway through this power play for Totino-Grace. That one sent the length by McClellan.
Well, Johnson was trying to take a little additional time off the clock and lost that puck, unfortunately, for the Bluebirds. Shuck came up with the save.
Linders cross ice for Baldwin. She'll skate it into the zone left side. Sets up in the corner, back to the point for Hill. Walks out, her shot is blocked. And it's flipped out by Tyson. Kyler Shack pursuing Linders. And Linders turns back into the corner and now heads up ice. Out of the reach of the stick check of Shack. Linders cuts in, and Shack finally gets close enough to poke it away. McClellan plays it off the boards and all the way down, and that should do it for the Totino-Grace power play. Just one shot, and as you mentioned, it came when the Cardinals just fumbled the puck, created a turnover, gave her a breakaway. But Shuck comes up big.
Yeah, other than that, good job killing off the penalty by the Bluebirds.
Haley Williams, top of the circles, trying to get it into Johnson. That it got through. That's off the side of the cage. Vizcalo plays it to herself off the end boards. Leaves it for Williams in the corner. Trying to center. It's deflected. Williams recovers behind the net. Again, looking to get it out front to Delaney Johnson, who just couldn't corral it with her stick. McDonald able to get it out to center, and another penalty, this time against Delaney Johnson, with 16 seconds left.
Yeah, that can't please head coach Jim Coltis as she takes the penalty just before the period's about to end. There you see her stick pulling her down, and so they'll get a...
That was a pretty easy one to call.
Yeah, that was right in front of the official.
Both referees' arms went up. Little power struggle as to who got to call the penalty.
My turn.
Off the face-off. Hill, the shot blocked out front. A second chance, and Shuck is there to stymie Ebensteiner.
Ebensteiner right in front of the net, and a big rebound. Unfortunately, again, Shuck is right there to bring the puck in.
It was a good shot block, but the ensuing rebound gave Ebensteiner a great chance. But Bailey Shuck, following it well, comes through with the big save. They go to the back door. The shot, Shuck will cover it up. We'll drop the puck one more time. 1.6.
And then the Eagles have a minute 44 in that second period to start.
They will. They have withstood a lot of pressure from the visiting team from CPCR. They get to the first break scoreless, and they will have a power play to start period number 2. We'll take a break. Hear from Totino-Grace head coach Jeff Wall right after this. You're watching live girls high school hockey on CTN.
Stay connected to what's happening in your community by watching CTN Update, with a new episode every Friday at 5 p.m. From your local city and county government to what's happening in our schools to interesting stories on the people and events here at home, we've got it all covered. CTN Update, keeping you connected to your community.
Back at the Schwann Super Rink, no score between Coon Rapids Champlin Park and Totino-Grace as we reach the first intermission. We're joined now by Eagles head coach Jeff Wall. And coach, your team sustained some pressure early in the period and started to get some good looks late.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're a good squad, and they're going to be on us a little bit here and there for sure. And we've got to be comfortable playing in our own end and do our jobs, but we've got to transition a little better when we do get possession in our own end.
Coach, one of the things you and I talked about was goaltending, and I thought Jordan Valles did a nice job in that first period. A little bit of a flurry at a couple of times from the Bluebird team. Thought she did a nice job of keeping you in there and keeping the score at 0.
Yeah, she did a fantastic job that period, and we're going to need that again. I mean, as you know, as well as I do here, we need that probably all 3 periods to stay close here. And you know, with shots being like 14-7 there, we just got to be comfortable, like I said, playing in our own end and do our jobs at our own end. If we get chances, we got to capitalize on them, like the power play we're on right now.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about that power play coming up to start the second period. What's your message to the girls in the locker room?
For the power play, we've got to be a little more patient. We've got to be a little more patient and set up, and we have to only, you know, try for like 100% passes. We can't throw any hero passes to people that aren't open. We got to get the puck off the wall and face the middle so that we can make the nice passes, get 2 or 3 good passes, get the other team moving a little bit, and then take our chances and go for the rebounds.
All right, well, thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way. We'll take another break. We'll be back with first period stats and highlights after this. You're watching live coverage of girls high school hockey on CTN.
County hopes construction of the overpass can start in March or April and be finished by the start of the new school year.
Yes, I'm going to live to be 100.
Coon Rapids Arena.
It is the Coon Rapids Arena, but it's the home of the Totino-Grace Eagles here at Schwann's Super Rink. No score between Totino-Grace and Champlin Park Coon Rapids. And Totino really until late didn't get many great scoring chances. They were able to get it down there a couple of times, but passes misfiring as we heard from Coach Wall. And at the other end, some decent pressure throughout the period from CPCR, but nothing to show for it. And that's getting a little frustrating for this squad. Again, they had 37 shots on Saturday against Spring Lake Park and had to settle for a 2-2 tie. And then late in the period, a couple of infractions. They killed off the first penalty, although the Eagles were able to get some opportunities on that power play. And then another penalty with just 16 seconds left, and that is why the Eagles will start with a power play.
Well, the Eagles started a little bit of pressure, especially at the end of that second penalty, or the beginning of that second penalty, I should say. But 14 shots on goal by the Bluebirds. You talk about it, a little frustrating for them, getting shots on goal but not being able to put them in the back of the net, and I think that's something that Coach Coltis is probably talking to his squad about. And as you mentioned, Coach,
can't get discouraged.
No,
just keep going.
You can't, because it's one thing if you're not getting the shots on net. At least you're getting shots on net. Hopefully, as a great hockey mind once said, the more you put on net, something's good is going to happen.
I don't know how great a hockey mind, but I'll take it.
Told me.
Well, that is a great hockey mind. But still pretty early. 2 more periods to go. We will take a break and be back with Puck Drop on the second after this on CTN. Back at the Schwann Super Rink, just about ready to get second period underway. No score between Totino-Grace and Champlin Park Coon Rapids. The Bluebirds out shooting their opponents 2-1 through that first period. But it's the Eagles who will start with the power play for the first minute 44 here of the second period.
Yeah, they're going to try and get a little pressure like they did at the end of that first period when they're on the power play.
Evan Steiner's pass hit a skate of her teammate, picked off by Williams. Williams can't get past Linders. Linders will skate to center. Challenged by Lisney as she gets into the zone. She's going to stop up in the corner and try and set up. Poked at, puck comes free, and it's backhanded all the way down by Erica Tyson.
Yeah, nice job by Tyson just to clear that out. Continue to take a little time off this penalty.
Ebensteiner will skate through center into the zone. Turn in the corner and give it to Linders, and then played right back in deep, poked away from Zastable. And now she'll get it back from Gray. Zastable to Gray on the boards. Up top. And Hill mishandles it. It comes out of the zone, and now the Eagles would have been offside. Lisney able to get it to center. And Tyson able to send it in deep as she hops over the boards, get some fresh legs out there. Gray dropping. Zastaple's shot blocked by Abby Peterson. Baker can't get it out past Linders. Still battles. And now Abby Peterson has the space to play it all the way down. And that'll do it. So no shots through the balance of the power play on this side of the break. Abby Peterson steps in. She'll skate behind, try to center. A little backhand shot, puck loose. And now swept in where Vowles can cover it up.
Yeah, again, good quick pressure by the Bluebirds after they did a nice job of killing that minute 44 penalty here to start the second period, and then get a couple of looks in on Vowles.
Well, they've looked so good in their forecheck so far this evening, and just making it difficult for Totino to get out of the zone. Even when they had the power play, they struggled to get moving. And then when they got into the offensive zone, the Bluebirds did a great job of gap control, getting sticks in the lane and forcing turnovers, not allowing them to get comfortable and really set up their power play. And as you heard Coach Wall talk about in the intermission, that was his message. Let's be patient. Let's get the power play set up. And unfortunately for he and his squad, they were unable to do so. Grace Hill playing it back behind. Wallen moves it along. Baldwin can't get it out. It's turned around by Holly Johnson. Lure trying to center. That was stopped up by Blaska. And now it skips off the stick of McDonald, and is going to go all the way down for icing. She gave a good chase, but not able to catch up.
Well, I think this is an opportunity for the Bluebirds here. And again, they'd like to get on the board here at this point. Keeping Totino-Grace in this game continues to give them momentum. We talked about just a win here would be just the second for one of these two squads.
Well, and both, I think, hoping for a win.
Yes.
I think obviously hoping for a win. And both would be most disappointed with a tie, I think. Especially the Bluebirds, who have already gone that route a couple of times.
Yeah, they have two, and the Eagles have one. Both ties coming against Spring Lake Park. Eagles 3-3, Bluebirds 2-2.
Bluebirds' other tie coming in a 1-1 affair against Centennial in the second game of the season. Good regroup, but then the pass skips away from Davis. Lisney is able to pick it up, come in and fire a shot wide, and then pressure behind the net, get the turnover, centers. It's going to come all the way out to Peterson at the point. Slides it over to Delaney Johnson, and Johnson will just flip it in deep. Again, the Bluebirds force a turnover deep in the zone. Vizcalo out on her backhand. Not a lot on that shot. Pretty easy save by Vowles. Recovered in the corner by Carlson. Played to the line, but kept in by Lisney. Lisney trying to get away from a stick check. Plays it behind her. Baker comes in. Nice moves to stay away, and then the backhand up over the net.
Yeah, did a great job of creating some space for it in front of the net.
And this could be a really damaging period for the Eagles. They found themselves bottled up in their own zone for long periods in that first period. And now in the period of the long change, if CPCR is able to get a couple of line shifts in the same offensive possession, tired legs will eventually wear out.
Well, the only thing the Eagles can do in that situation is just try and clear the puck, get the icing, and get a change. But that brings the puck back into their end, where the Bluebirds doing a great job of pressuring.
Baker out to the point. Peterson's shot blocked. Tyson sweeps it just wide. Recovered in the corner by Baker. Baker spins from the pressure and now comes out to center. Poke past McClellan. Emily Peterson able to race to the puck and gain control behind her own net, keeping it away from Ebensteiner and trying to recover. Does and sends it all the way down. That'll be icing the other way. Just over 5 minutes into the second period. Still no score between the Bluebirds and the Eagles.
Again, now the action comes down to the Bluebirds there, where it hasn't been much this evening, especially here now in the second period with 11:53 remaining.
Off the face-off, Lisney playing it up the boards. Her trying to poke it out. She's tied up there by Wallen. In the corner now is Baldwin. It's poked off her stick by Lisney, and Baldwin, or Wallen rather, can't hold it in at the blue line. And that pass hit Wallen. Centering attempt. Cut off by Grace Hill. Hill trying to play it up the boards. Got it to Baldwin. Baldwin had it taken away by Tyson. There's Blaska to backhand it to the line. Lisney to keep it in. Still loose, still in the zone on the backhand by Tyson. And Mackenzie Baker will be the first one there for CPCR. Plays it to her in the corner. Her out to the point. Abby Peterson, a shot that hit shin pads. Recovered by Baldwin, and Baldwin will dump it in. An opportunity for her as Gabby McDonald had gotten behind the defense, but just puck out of reach, wasn't able to get it ahead. Anya Davis plays it in deep. Played out to center. Her pressured, hooked, turns it over. Landis skating the other way for Totino-Grace. Landis to the faceoff dot. A shot, a save, and a rebound that comes away and then gets sent back in on Shuck. And she didn't appreciate the proximity of Lila Linders at the end.
Well, and that puck was hanging out in front of the net for a little bit. Fortunately for the
That
Bluebirds,
is not a rebound that Bailey wants to give up.
No, and you watch it here, and fortunately for the Bluebirds that they weren't able to get a Eagle player in there close enough to get a good shot off on the rebound.
Take a little chop in my hands. I'll take a little chop at your shin pads. Little tit for tat. No calls made. Play continues behind the net. Comes free far side. Kyler Shack had it knocked off her stick. Tried to control with her skates. Emily Peterson across for McClellan to the line, but kept in but nicely by Linders. McClellan broke up her rush attempt and continues to keep the Eagles at bay in the corner. Rachel Sastapol poking at it. Comes free for Grayson Nula. Plays it off the boards and down, and that is going to be icing again.
Bluebirds trying to spring something, but just a little bit too much on that. She was not going to win the battle. Get to the puck first.
That line is something the Eagles do not have. The Bluebirds, when they want to, can go 4 lines deep. Keep their top legs that much more fresh. Try and make a push. Would certainly like to get on the board here. Almost midway through the second period. Haley Williams poking it and finally pushing it out to center. Turned around there by Baldwin. Knocked off her stick by Delaney Johnson. Hill ahead. It's off the stick of McDonald. Lisney can't get it turned around. McDonald blocks that up. Coming away with it is Biscalo. Knocked off her stick by Hill and recovered by Hedlund, who sends it in deep. Haley Williams hit the official. Got the puck back, tried to center off the skate of Biscalo. Johnson can't control, sweeps it back toward the net, and Vowles will cover it up for a faceoff.
Yeah, Vowles had no choice but to. Williams was right there on the doorstep. She knew she had to quickly cover that puck up before she got to it.
Rachel Zastapel in the faceoff dot against Delaney Johnson to the right of Vowles. Off the faceoff, the 227s tie up in the corner. In to sneak away with it is Zastapel. She's pressured and is stolen by Delaney Johnson. His shot, and it's turned away by Vowles. Zastapel had it poked away by Williams. Recovered momentarily there by Davis, or Laney rather. Bluebirds try and center. It's deflected wide by Biscallo. Johnson sends it to Biscallo. She had it taken away as she caught the double team. McClellan sends it in deep. Johnson behind the net, out to the point. Abby Peterson didn't get much on that shot. Deflected, a glove save, but the puck's still loose. Williams gets it, sweeps it back toward the net. Delaney Johnson has shot a second chance. Puck still loose, recovered by Biscallo. That shot tipped just high and wide by Johnson. Linders tied up by Johnson in the corner. Poked out to the point. Abby Peterson is shot through traffic and saved by Vowles. And that's going to be a second penalty for Delaney Johnson. They're going to call her for a body check. Although it looked as if she stood her position. She kind of shrugged her shoulders, and that'll get her 2 minutes.
Yeah, the only outside of not
scoring.
She
was still moving forward. I don't know how you dispute that, but
you can't.
She did.
Big flurry though, a big lot of opportunities for the Bluebirds here. Just again, can't get anything past Vowles, but just good chances.
Well, they got to keep at it because Vowles is having trouble controlling the puck. Yeah. We've seen a couple of times tonight that she's had her glove on it and just unable to stop the play when her team could desperately use a whistle. And both goalies, I think, have seen a little bit of that and a little bit of questionable rebound control. But the most important for both netminders, is a couple of goose eggs on the board here, more than midway through the second period. So it's really their show so far. McDonald picks up some speed, enters the zone right side, trying to go around Lisney. Centering pass deflected away. That shot deflected up and over by the stick of Mackenzie Baker. Behind the net, McDonald will go back behind for Zastapel. Out to the point. Hill takes the shot, looking for a deflection, and it doesn't come. Baker gets it to the line and just out into neutral ice.
Well, it just cleared over the blue line.
Hill backing up. Her pass for Zastapel didn't click. Dumped in deep by Lisney. Down to 45 seconds remaining in the Totino power play. Missed pass. Lisney will take advantage, skate into the zone. Shot was deflected into the corner by Hill, who recovers. Hill trying to spring Zastapel, but it was out of her reach, and that is icing.
Now Lisney with a really nice move to get around a defender and create some opportunity for herself. Again, she got that blocked, but a good job to step around a defender.
Hill behind her own net will start up ice. 20 seconds left on the power play for Totino. McClellan can't clear. Hit Holly Johnson right in the midsection. Got the puck back, however. Forces it past Hill. Good support comes from Hannah Gray. Keeps it in the zone. Hill fires this one well wide into the corner, and that'll do it for the power play. The penalty to Delaney Johnson. She's back on, and Emily Peterson leads the rush and scores! Emily Peterson cut across, used the defender as a screen, and buried it top shelf over the blocker of Vowles.
Yeah, Vowles got a small little piece of it, but not nearly enough to keep it onto the back of the net, and a great job here as she's going to take it. Johnson was on her left. The defender had to realize where she was and able to bury that in the back of the net. And the Bluebirds will score first here in this hockey game.
Goal coming at 11:33 of the second period. The Bluebirds can breathe a little easier, but they also want to, at this point, try and ratchet up the intensity, try to add to it before the next intermission.
That's Peterson's first goal this season.
Centering pass comes all the way through. Lisney from the point. That goes to the far corner. Delaney Johnson. A wrist shot through traffic. Save made. Fouls can't cover. Still loose. And now finally she's able to scoop it up as Haley Williams was hacking at the rebound.
Oh, you talked about the rebounds here in this game. And again, very dangerous when you leave that puck in front of the net like that. And the Bluebirds poking away and trying to get it past her.
Well, they've had some of those scrums in close to the netminder where, as while it may seem counterproductive, they're almost better off digging it out and getting it back to see if they can get it around to the far side where they'll have a wide open look. This one poked free from Lisney as she tried to hold at the blue line. Both 21s go down in a heat. Blaska tried to center, and CPCR is going to touch the puck and get called for a hook, and I disagree. That was two players fighting for the puck. They both went down together. I don't know, but this is a big opportunity for Totino-Grace.
Well, they've had a number of opportunities on the power play, and unfortunately for them, not able to be successful on it. Looking here again to see if they've got that opportunity with the skater advantage. We'll see where that is. Yeah, I don't like that penalty either, Joe.
Lisney will play this one all the way down. Remember, they killed off a minute 44 to start this second period without allowing Totino-Grace a shot, really even making it difficult for them to get the puck out of their own zone and through center. Hill held up at the line, hands it off for Linders, walking across. Down low, a low-angle shot turned away by Schuck. Good opportunity, though.
Well, Lisney doing a nice job of clearing the puck away.
Centering pass, backhand, and a point-blank opportunity for Gray is stymied by Schuck. Almost another great chance, but it was swept away by Haley Williams. Linders plays it into the corner for Gray and gets it back now at the point. Delaney Johnson able to force it out to center. Johnson now battling with Gray along the boards. Zastapol gets it to Ebensteiner, trying to cross back, and instead it's Delaney Johnson going the other way. Steps around to Ebensteiner and another, and then the shot is saved as she is tripped down with no call.
Again, she does a nice job of skating and creating some space, and at least getting an opportunity on net, shorthanded.
Well, and really it's not even that was a great opportunity for Anna Gray and a giant save for Bailey Schuck. It wasn't even about getting a shot on goal as much as getting a whistle and getting a face-off deep in the Totino end.
Oh, absolutely.
Behind the net goes Wallen. She's met there by Delaney Johnson, reverses course, and moves it ahead to Baldwin. Shot from McDonald, didn't have a lot on it. Easily turned to the corner by Schuck. Centering attempt, 3 blue jerseys there, and nobody in gold. This one played to the line, but kicked down by Wallen. Her shot is smothered beautifully by Bailey Schuck.
Yeah, that low angle shot. Schuck makes sure she grabs without giving up a rebound.
Bluebirds win the faceoff. Played around the boards by McClellan. Linders down low, kind of handcuffed Else. Else will go back up top for Laney. Her shot misses wide. Centered by Blaska. Great stick right there by Kerr. Coming back to lift the stick of Andrea Carlson, as she would have had a great scoring opportunity. Penalty is over, so the Bluebirds have killed off yet another. Sinjum able to get it out to center, and now Turning around with it is Davis for Totino. Tried to make a move, lost the handle. Puck still loose. Comes free to Sinjum. Sinjum trying to turn up ice. She lost the handle as she was challenged by Else just inside the blue line. Tyson gets it to Linders at the Totino blue. She turns it back into the zone. McClellan right back out. Wallen mishandled. Chased by Lure. High off the glass. Goes through the legs of Sinjum. That pass taken away by Holly Johnson. Johnson spun around, trying to get back to the puck. Has help from Sinjum. Comes clear to Linders on the far side. She'll skate into the CPCR end. Swept off her stick by Emily Peterson. And again, Lure to Sinjum and hopped over her stick out to center. Icing waved off. Totino trying to turn things around. Zastapol's pass had way too much on it, all the way down, and another icing. 1:05 remaining here in the second.
Well, the key for this game so far, Joe, is that special teams play the penalty kill unit of CPCR, doing a good job of not letting the Eagles get on the board.
Yeah, 4 power plays for Totino-Grace in this game. They've come up empty each and every time, but they've had some good opportunities. Here's McDonald to the front. Shot gloved down by Bailey Shuck.
Again, just pushing that puck up, and Bailey's able to grab it.
A win for Totino on the draw, but the turnover, and it's played out to center. Here's Williams trying to cut back and lost an edge. Plays it in deep. Piscallo ties up there. Kicked at by Hill. Piscallo still battles. Digging with her is Kylie Wallen. Played behind for Williams. Williams trying to center. That's knocked behind by Blaska. Blaska ahead. Trying to get it to McDonald. She was slowed up by Lisney. They do get it out to center. Now it's Abby Peterson disrupting things at the CPCR blue line. Delaney Johnson trying to turn on the speed. Tipped off her stick. Here's Piscallo, a shot, and a pad save by Vowles. Centering pass, and they can't get a stick on it as the buzzer sounds. But a late goal by the Bluebirds gives them a 1-0 lead as they head to the locker room. We'll take a break. Hear from head coach Jim Coltis right after this on CTN.
Are you looking for a fun activity for your school or civic group? Volunteer at the Coon Rapids Recycling Center. The center relies on 2 to 3 volunteers every week to help us manage the recyclables that come in and to guide guests throughout the facility. Special events such as paper shredding or the Green Expo require even more volunteers. Stop in and check us out.
Second intermission at the Schwann Super Rink. Champlin Park Coon Rapids a 1-0 lead over Totino-Grace, and we're joined by Bluebirds head coach Jim Coltis. And coach, again, we're seeing a lot of pressure from your girls, but only 1 goal through 2 periods. Are you concerned?
Well, no, we're not concerned. I mean, the kids are working really hard down there. Their goaltender's giving them a good game, and it's hockey, so we'll see what happens here. We're like I said, we're working hard. There's a good goal by Emily Peterson there. Kind of broke the ice a little bit, and then the kids got a little bit of fire under them.
Coach, your penalty kill unit's played well. You fought off 4 penalties. That's got to be a big part of this game so far.
Oh yeah, we don't want to give anybody 4 power plays in the game, but our kids have done a good job. Actually, yesterday in practice, that was kind of a point of emphasis working on it. We didn't do a great job up at Spring Lake Park on Saturday, so we really worked hard on it yesterday. The kids do a nice job.
Second intermission, what's your message to the girls to close it out?
Well, so exactly what it's going to be. Let's close this thing out. Let's get us a little breathing room, try to get us another goal, make it 2-0 here, and see if we can close this thing out.
All right, well, thanks for joining us. Good luck in the third. We'll take a short break, be back with second period stats and highlights after this. You're watching live girls high school hockey on CTN.
CTN Spotlight brings you local stories, shining a light on the issues and events that make this community great. Watch CTN Spotlight on CTN Coon Rapids, your community television network.
Back at the Schwann Super Rink, Coon Rapids Champlin Park, a 1-0 lead over Totino-Grace after a pair of periods, and they have been pounding away at the Totino-Grace net through the first two. Finally get it bar down from Emily Johnson, or Emily Peterson. I was just watching that last replay. That might have gone off both post and crossbar.
Yeah.
And in her first goal of the year comes at a big time when her team's been setting the pace but not able to convert. And part of it is because they've been a little aggressive and they've played with their sticks a lot. I still don't get that one. But it was a penalty on Abby Peterson because that's how the ref saw it. And almost half of Totino's shots to this point have come on their 4 power plays. They have 6 of their 14 shots on the power play.
Yeah, and again, this is...
and a couple of them have been great point-blank opportunities, and Bailey Shuck has come up big.
Yeah, there's one in particular that I thought was going to go in, and Shuck did a nice job of sliding to her left and getting the on the puck. But, you know, the thing is, the Bluebirds are getting shots on net. You see it there, 25 through 2 periods. And so they're getting those opportunities, finally get one in the back of the net. And as Coach Colta said, we're going to talk about continuing to play well, to try to get a little bit of a cushion, and then close this thing out.
It's not always the result of each game. Sometimes it's just about the process. The process continues in the third period right after this on CTN.
Oh, it's so nice to all be sitting down together. You can tell me something they did today.
I drew a horsey.
Good for you, son.
I started smoking.
I love you too, sweetheart.
I'm selling bongs out of our minivan.
I got a tramp stamp.
I'm getting implants.
I'm dating your brother.
Uh-huh.
I'm cooking meth in the basement.
Great idea, kiddo. That's why you're so popular at school.
Back at the Schwann Super Rink, ready to go here in the third period. Champlin Park Coon Rapids with a 1-0 lead over the Totino-Grace Eagles. They have been able to pretty much dictate the tempo throughout most of this contest. This one played across. Williams' first one there, fires it from a long way out. Toe save, long rebound. The shot by Peterson and a stick save to the corner by Vowles. Linders tied up by Williams along the boards, sweeps it, but kept in and poked at by Lisney. Williams gets position, plays it down. Delaney Johnson had an opportunity at it. And here's Johnson with it again. Johnson slides it out front. And Biscalo was tied up, could not get to the puck. Peterson trying to disrupt things, and that's going to force Totino-Grace offside.
Yeah, Bluebirds came out here in the third period, started to put a little pressure in on the Eagle net, pick up where they've left off through the first 2 periods in terms of out-shooting Totino-Grace and really controlling the action down in the Eagle end for most of this hockey game.
Off the draw. Biscalo finally got her stick free, played it back to Abby Peterson, then high off the glass, back to Biscalo. Tried to get it to Delaney Johnson, and she has to chase it into the corner. Johnson trying to center, taken away by Hill, played to the line. Abby Peterson, a shot that's blocked. Peterson trying to step around Hill. Hill knocks her down, and here comes the first penalty of the night against Totino-Grace. Shuck to the bench, trying to get the extra attacker out. Centering pass taken away by Hill. Delaney Johnson pleading her case as she was pinned inside the net in the crease by a Totino defender, just trying to get back to where she could be effective on the forecheck.
As you mentioned, first power play of the game for the Bluebirds, and this is an opportunity, as Coach Colta said, if we can get a little insurance now with the extra skater, looking to see if they can pressure in and see if they can put another puck back in the net.
Interference, the call against Hill. Eagles able to play it all the way down to Shuck. Shuck, a nice pass to Lisney. Tried to tap it there to Mackenzie Baker. Baker was knocked down. Johnson plays it back to Lisney. And now back to Johnson and on to Biscalo. Biscalo deep into the corner, trying to get around Linders. Linders continues to pester her into the corner. Left for Baker. Short angle shot, and I think that was blockered away by Vowles. Biscalo bumped off it. Clearing attempt, stopped up by Delaney Johnson. Johnson spins, controls. Now out to the point for Lisney. Lisney has shot. It's deflected and turned into the net by Anna Biscalo.
Yeah, just at the right place at the right time. Good job. Not that puck was kind of floating, and she's able to put it to the back of the net.
Well, it was deflected once, and it wasn't a really clean tip. Slowed the puck down way too much, but it went right to Anna Biscalo, and she puts it in the back of the net to make it a 2-0 lead.
That's her third goal of the season, and as Coach Coltis was hoping a little insurance, and you see it right there, and no opportunity for Vowles to get at that puck. She slid it behind her.
Williams and Lisney, I believe, will get the assists on the power play goal that gives CPCR the 2-0 lead. Zastapol trying to clear, kept in by Peterson. She took a hit. Here's a chance for Tyson and a glove save by Vowles.
Nice to get a power play goal for the Bluebirds, and again, they're continuing to pressure. I don't think they want to rest at that 2-0 lead. I think they want to see if they can continue to have this lead grow in period number 3 and just salt this game away.
Ness plays it down low. Tyson leaves it behind. First one there is Hill for Totino. She swings it around to the far side. McClellan will get there for the Bluebirds. Send it down low. Baker can't control it. Comes back for it. Getting some help there from Abby Ness. Puck comes free. Zastapol, that's Wallen with it, playing it back behind. McClellan again holding it in front of Ebensteiner. And Ness forcing it back in deep. Ness pressuring against Hill. Hill gets it to Ebensteiner. Able to get away from the reach of Abby Peterson. Lure with a poke check, comes away with the steal, trying to sweep it in deep, but Hill able to get it to the CPCR blue line. Turned around momentarily by Peterson. She does so again. Lure trying to get it to Holly Johnson. And now Peterson will play it right in on the goalkeeper, who just sticks it to the corner. Wallen will recover it in the near corner. Up the boards, kept in. Holly Johnson sweeps it back in deep. Hill will go behind her own net. Move it along for Else. Else's pass partially deflected, but got through to Baldwin. Davis, rather. Centering pass taken away by Johnson. She takes a big hit, but coincidental contact as there was a solid collision, but no intent and no call. This one played off the boards. Lisney will send it right back out. Linders trying to settle it and now gets in onside. Linders regains it. Stuck on her backhand. She circles. Poked off her stick by Delaney Johnson. Turnaround shot, not a lot on it. A rebound chance and another save for Bailey Shuck. Laney trying to come out front. hit the side of the cage, and it's frozen there by Shuck for another faceoff.
Yeah, Lady did a nice job of just circling around a defender and getting a backhand shot off. Again, just want to test Shuck. She's made a couple of nice saves, hasn't been as busy as her counterpart.
Played out to center by Hedlund, and CPCR able to get it in deep. Turning with it is Laney, had it taken away by Williams. Williams trying to center, broken up by Linders. Linders flips it ahead. It was knocked down by Baldwin, and now frozen in front of the penalty box. And now jammed at all the way down by Baldwin. Recovering is Zastable, her centering attempt taken away by Abby Peterson. Peterson gets the red line, dumps it in deep, and gives chase. Pressures Wallen and forces her to cough it up. Williams lost the hander. Wallen gets it back, moves it to Ebensteiner. Ebensteiner will send it back into the corner. Williams tried to poke it, lost an edge, and went down. It's Biscalo coming away with the puck, though, as those two tangled up. And we're going to have a penalty coming up against Totino-Grace. Delaney Johnson across the top of the zone. Sixth attacker on for CPCR. Johnson trying to center, and it's touched there by Kylie Wallen, and we'll have another Bluebird power play.
Oh, we saw what happened on that last power play for the Bluebirds, and they were able to score. And we'll see what happens here at power play number 2 for CPCR in this third period.
Kylie Wallen, the guilty party. It looks like they're going to call it a rough for the tangle she got into behind the net with Haley Williams. Totino able to win the draw. Linders able to avoid some pressure, and then it's sent all the way down by Baldwin. Shuck leaves it there for Peterson. Abby Peterson ahead for Tyson. And now Allie Lure into the zone. Lure to the corner and around behind the net. Tyson's pass deflected by Baldwin. And Baldwin will again send it the length of the ice. Abby Peterson into the zone, will take the shot, miss wide into the corner. Tyson gets there and ties up with Ebensteiner. Comes free, cleared all the way back down by Linders. Peterson chased away by Zastapol. She'll set back up behind the net. Gets it ahead for Haley Williams. Cross ice. Biscalo has to wait for it and now enters the zone. Biscalo flips it around, recovers behind the net. Centering pass and a point-blank chance for Williams is stopped.
A beautiful setup from Biscalo as well, right in front of the net.
Baker out to the point. Lisney through traffic. Ends up in the near corner. Delaney Johnson there. Johnson finds some room. Top of the circles. His shot misses wide. Biscalo recovers off the end board. Baker's shot is blocked under 10 seconds left in the power play. Biscalo behind. Lost the handle a bit as she tried to cut back. And that's going to do it for the power play. Out to the point, Delaney Johnson through traffic. The save made by Vowles. Linders trying to stay away from Williams. Banks it off the board, out to center. Lisney will send it right back in. Linders will turn and head up ice. Lila Linders into the zone. And an offside.
Yeah, the Eagles really not able to get much going here in this third period. Not able to provide pressure, and give credit to the Bluebirds. They've been doing a great job of keeping the puck out of on their end and keeping the pressure down in Totino's end.
Off the draw, stepping up his hill. She'll carry into the zone. Poked away by Emily Peterson. Gets it to Shack. Shack off the boards to herself. She's got speed down the wing, trying to center. It was blocked up by Wallen. Knocked off the stick of McDonald and played in deep by Hanula. Far side, her tied up a couple of Totino players. Swept behind to Wallen. Off the boards, McDonald. Centering. Taken away by her. She'll dump it back in on the backhand. Grace Hanula on the forecheck. Played back up the near boards. Kept in by Emily Peterson. The save by Vowles. Again played to the line and again held by Peterson. Shot by Hanula, blocked out front. Backhanded attempt goes wide for Shack. Shack just moving Anya Davis off the puck. Keeps the pressure going for the Bluebirds. That's a little toe drag right there by McClellan, but then had her stick knocked out of her hands. Poked out to center by the Eagles. Swept back in by Lure. And now right back out comes Hill. McDonald will get there and fire it in deep. Get the Eagles a chance to complete their line change. Kept in at the line by Linders. Evan Steiner in the near corner. Gets away from Emily Peterson. Trying to get to where she can get a shot. Got that puck right back. Now gives it to Linders. That shot through traffic. Changed direction. Ended up behind the net. Centered. Still loose out in the slot. Finally, CPCR able to get it to center. Play it all the way down by Sinjum. Linders will get there before it's icing. Linders pressured by Sinjum. Able to get around her. Back near side. The pass behind Gray. Able to catch up with it off the boards. Kept along those boards by Lisney and now tied up along the end line where it's taken by Linders. Out to the point. Linders gets it right back across. That shot shucked the save. Rebound hopped right over the stick of Olivia Baldwin. Kira Laney had it knocked away by Lisney. Played off the far boards. Whining and firing is Hill. That misses wide and it's going to come out of the zone. Over on the near side off the Carroll. Opportunity for Abby Peterson walking in. Behind the net, trying to center. Went right through the legs of Tyson. Kept in at the line by Mackenzie Baker. Baker behind the net, had it knocked away by Hill. Got it right back. A shot and a goal! Haley Williams comes out from behind the net. Gets the goalie to drop and goes top shelf to make it a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, really nice job of just, again, creating space. And as you mentioned, the goalie went down. She was able to put it in the back corner of the net, top corner of the net. And Baker with just a solid goal to add that lead. 3-0 now in favor of the Bluebirds.
Scoring for Champlin Rapids, 11:15 of the third period. Number 13. And now the pressure definitely off.
Yeah,
of the Bluebirds. That one coming at the 5-minute mark. Here's another chance, and that second opportunity for Lisney was blocked. But coming with just over 5 minutes left, maybe the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Yeah, and that's the second goal of the season for Baker. As a big one for the Bluebirds here tonight to put them up 3-0. And as you mentioned, it just at this point, the amount of pressure they're putting out and not a lot of good looks from the Eagles, it may be the game opportunity for the Bluebirds to put it away.
Williams with a steal, rebound chance, and that just missed wide for Delaney Johnson.
Boy, she had a lot of net to shoot at as well.
Puck was rolling a little bit on edge, and she just flipped it with her backhand. Here she comes again. Out to the point, Emily Peterson, a shot that was knocked down with a high stick, ended up behind the net. Linders flips it high into the zone. Emily Peterson will retreat. Chased behind her net by Gray. Gets it along for Williams. Tipped ahead and kept in by Hill. Peterson again in the near corner. Protects the puck as she stays away from Gray. Now to McClellan. McClellan with a little bit of time. And she will go ahead and skate to center and then dump it in deep. Hill turning it around quickly, but Williams right there to get possession back for the Bluebirds. She's taken into the boards by Hill. Peterson's shot deflected by a Totino player, whacked at by Williams, and finally covered up by Vowles.
And Vowles smartly just pulled that puck inside to make sure she alleviate the pressure. 3:25 remaining in the contest. Sizable lead for the Bluebirds at 3-0.
3:25 remaining in this contest. CPCR trying to move to 2-3-2 with a win here tonight.
And the Bluebirds trying to pound away at that puck.
Well, her was trying to bring it back out front, got bumped off it, and Vowles in a spot where she can cover it. Will take all the face-offs she can get at this point. Off the draw, crashing was Shack, but the Eagles able to turn it around. Abby Peterson recovers in her own zone. Trying to move it ahead. That pass behind Hanula. Linders at her own blue line. Back to Peterson. Peterson into the zone. Trying to center and then got it right back. Turning. Top of the circle. A shot. Misses wide to the far corner. Kept in play by Shack. Her tied up. Played behind by Davis. Linders had it knocked away by Hanula. Got it back and sent it out to center ice. Lisney will play it right back in. Stick save to the corner by Vowles. Tyson got a stick in on that pass to slowed it down at least. Peterson at her own blue line. Sent it over for her. Taken away momentarily. Tyson swept at it. Now kick free to Lisney. Back in her own end. Moves it ahead and all the way down. That'll be icing. A little less than 2 minutes left.
Well, the Bluebirds hoping, certainly they obviously with under 2 minutes hoping they'll hold on and win this game obviously, and then they got a road trip ahead of them. They go up to Duluth on Friday, Joe, to play up there.
Well, I think Duluth another opportunity for this CPCR squad to get a win.
Yep.
They would love to string a couple together after the slow start. Eagles able to force that one back out of the zone. CPCR puts it right back in. Played across to Ebensteiner. 90 seconds left. Into the CPCR end. Dumps it in deep. Gives chase. And now back behind for Emily Peterson. Moved along by Hedlund and played out to center by Baker. Stopped up there by Zastapol. They send it in deep. CPCR sends it all the way down. That'll be icing. And we'll have another face-off in the visiting team's end with a little less than a minute left.
Bluebirds get another line change as the face-off will come down in their end. A much-needed win for this Bluebird squad.
McClellan sends it around to Sinjum. Sinjum pinched there by Baldwin. Peterson will wing it around back to the near side. Held there by Laney. She's tied up by Lure. A shot from a ways out. Not a lot on that one for McDonald. Pretty easy save for Bailey Shuck, but she's more than happy to cover it up and get another faceoff.
Yeah, you bet, with 38 seconds remaining.
Good stick there by McClellan to sweep it to the corner off the face-off win by Totino, and then battling, able to take it away from Baldwin and play it around behind. Sinjum can't get it past Linders. Linders had it stolen back by Sinjum, who gets it out to center where it's stopped up by Laney and carried in offside.
Yeah, Eagles just not really able to get much going tonight, and give a lot of credit to the defense for the Bluebirds, and also there's so much presence down in the Eagle end all evening long.
It'll come back to Peterson in her own end. Under 2 seconds, she'll play it behind, and the buzzer will sound, and that is going to be the first shutout of the season for Bailey Shuck.
Yeah, nice to get the shutout, nice to get the win, score 3 goals, and really control this hockey game, but really nice to record the shutout for Shuck. She's played so well this season and really is deserving of this shutout tonight.
Well, and as Coach Colt has talked about in the second intermission, need to come out and shut them down, and that's what they did.
They did.
They come away with a 3-0 win and improve their record to 2-3-2.
Yeah, and as we talked about, they've got 2 games ahead of them that I think are winnable contests. They go up to Duluth, as we talked about, and then they play Irondale on Tuesday night of next week.
I'd definitely like to get something going before the holiday break. That's what we have going before the holiday break. Got a wrestling doubleheader coming up on Friday.
Yeah, that should be fun. Our first chance to see the wrestling squad. Started out the season nicely so far.
Final shots on goal, 37-19 in favor of the Bluebirds.
Solid.
We'll see them again next week, as you talked about, against Irondale. But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from the Schwann Super Rink is Champlin Park Coon Rapids 3, Totino-Grace 0. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us, continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.